it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be doing a tag video, and this tag is the Influence of Influencers tag. Now, this tag was created by Hallel Goldberg, and I'm sure I butchered her name. And Leora, I am so sorry. I recently found her channel because of this tag. Karen Harris did this on her channel, and I checked out her channel and it is amazing. She does some gorgeous looks. She just has the brightest, kindest spirit, or at least that's how she seems on the internet. Plus, she's a rock star because she's the mom of 7, and I think it's difficult enough being a mom of 3. So anyone with more kids is like, more power to you, because I can't do it. And that's something I always look up to. And her looks are just phenomenal. She loves colorful makeup, and she's just beautiful inside and out. So Karen Harris tagged me in this, and I figured, you know, I don't do tags very often, but I liked the idea of this one because it really gives you a chance to get to know me a little bit better. And because of the nerd I am, I printed it out, have notes written in, because that's how I keep up with stuff. So if you see me looking down, it is because I'm looking at my notes. So question number 1 is, are you easily influenced by others, or do you follow your own path? Well, I definitely feel like I am a follow my own path kind of girl. I mean, if you watched me for a while, you know that I am a horror movie lover and Disney lover. So those two things really typically don't coincide, but they do in my world. I mean, you can tell I'm wearing my Scare Bear shirt because I love stuff like that. I love the cute, but I also love the gore. And I'm really not much of like a comedy person, so a lot of things that a lot of people like are not the things that I follow, and are not ever going to be the things that I follow, because that's not what I enjoy. So I don't watch things just because people recommend it or anything like that, because that's just not who I am. And typically I don't buy things just because it's recommended either. I know what I like, and I like what I like. Okay. Number 2, who inspired you to start my channel? Okay, so the thing with this is it's a little bit different for me. I was not much of a social media person. Honestly, I didn't get on MySpace. I was late to the MySpace train. I was late to the Facebook train. I didn't start Facebook, I think, until like 2007 when Cameron was born. And I was still hardly ever on social media. I still prefer to talk to people on the phone instead of texting, because it's just how I am. But we started our second business, Cutting Corners, and I had a lot of customers who asked me how to do things. So I posted a video on Facebook, and Cameron, my 13-year-old, he's 13 now, suggested, hey mom, you know you can make money if you post it to YouTube. I was like, well, we'll try it out. So I posted it to YouTube, and that's when I started watching YouTube. And beauty content was what I latched onto, because I've always loved makeup. I mean, literally, my first paycheck for my first real job, I went to Walgreens and spent the entire thing on makeup. I haven't always been good at it. You can definitely tell that back from some of my old videos where I have lipstick on my teeth and didn't know it. And it's still up because I don't watch my videos. I don't like to see myself on camera. So there's a very limited amount of editing that you see in my videos, because I don't like to see myself personally, but I love makeup and I love talking about makeup. So it was my 13-year-old who influenced me to get on YouTube, and then to start my beauty channel. It was actually a lot of the bigger YouTubers that I was watching at the time, and I didn't feel like there was, you know, you look at everybody and they have perfect skin, and they're, you know, don't look like they're aging at all. So I wanted to kind of show real life. So that's why I started doing YouTube. Okay, name some amazing products that you have bought because other influencers have recommended it. One of the first things I can definitely recommend is the Be Perfect Carnival palette. It looks like this. I originally wasn't going to buy this, but so many people, Britt Clark, Karen Harris, Angelica Nyquist were all talking about it. Heather Austin, and I was like, well, I definitely need to pick that up, and it has been a happy purchase. Okay, so what is the worst purchase influenced by another influencer you have made? Probably that typically falls in like the foundation and concealer category. Like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm using it now because I want to use it up, because like I have no problem owning an excess amount of like eyeshadows, but foundations and stuff like that, that stuff's boring to me. So I try to use up what I bought. And the hydrating concealer, so many people were recommending it, and I used it, and you can still see my darkness underneath it. It likes to crease. It just isn't the best concealer for me. And that's typical a lot of different foundations and concealers. Like I had a Smashbox foundation that's in my declutter box because it was one Tati recommended over how it made her skin look flawless, and it's a full coverage foundation. Well, it oxidizes, so I look like a pumpkin, and it was just too thick, and it made me look 10 years older because it wanted to settle in all of my wrinkles and stuff like that. And like I have learned what looks good on my skin. So I typically ignore foundation and concealer recommendations now at this point. Okay, so it says, who are your favorite influencers, channels whose opinions and recommendations you trust unconditionally? And there's a lot, so I have a list, and there's probably some that I'm forgetting about, but these are some of my favorites. Now, my first foray really into watching people who really did colorful makeup was Angelica Nyquist. She is a Swedish influencer, and she is amazing. Then we have Karen Harris. I love her tan girl friendly content because even though my skin is not as deep as hers, I have a lot of the same issues with finding colors that work on my complexion because I'm of a deeper medium skin tone and a lot of things just don't look right. So I love her, you know, I'm like, if it works on her, then it should work on me, if that makes sense, because she's deeper than I am. I also love Teresa Stead. She's hilarious, and if you don't mind curse words, she is awesome to watch. Britt Clark, best live streams, love Britt. Katie Marie, she's another mom who loves colorful makeup, love her. Annette's Makeup Corner, again, beautiful, colorful looks that I just can't get over. Leora, again, colorful looks. Heather Austin, I just love her sweet Southern personality. She's just like, I don't know, I guess it's the kind of like her y'all, and she loves glitter and shimmer and eyeshadow, and it definitely makes me happy. Makeup with Michelle. That girl has the biggest foundation collection I think I have ever seen. And she always looks phenomenal. Kara C, she's a Canadian YouTuber who is absolutely amazing. Amy Loves Makeup. If you're looking for the juicy info on indie makeup, Amy Loves Makeup. Butte Bean, there's so many, but those are some of my favorites. Okay, and the next question is FOMO a thing in my life? No. And the reason why I say that is because if something interests me, I buy it. I mean, as you can tell, I have lots of eyeshadow palettes, and I've always had lots of eyeshadow palettes. You can look back at old videos where I've decluttered stuff. I have no issue purchasing something to try out because even if I don't like it, I've got friends, family who are going to love it. And I am interested in trying new products. Now, that's not to say I try out everything because I definitely don't buy all the eyeshadow palettes, but especially like foundation and stuff like that, that's boring to me. Like, I'll do it every once in a while, like if something tweaks my interest, like the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty stuff, or I just bought the It Cosmetics new foundation. I haven't even tried it yet, but that one piqued my interest. But, you know, eyeshadows, are always something that catch my attention. Highlighters, not so much anymore because I have such a large collection. It's like that color is in my collection. I don't need any more. But I have been getting more into blushes, which is kind of unusual because I really wasn't a blush person. But no, FOMO's not real for me because I buy it all anyway. I mean, can you not tell how many palettes I have sitting behind my head? Okay, how much money have you spent in the last 3 months on products you discovered through influencers? Probably a few $100s, not a whole lot. But some of the products that I found through other influencers are the Kaleidos makeup brand. So many people that I look up to on YouTube did not stop talking about it, Angelica and Equus. So I tried it, it's great. I hadn't heard of the BK Beauty brushes until I started watching like Makeup with Michelle and Britt Clark, and I am absolutely obsessed with the BK Beauty brushes. They are a brand owned by another YouTuber, Lisa J. She's from Texas. She does a lot of giving back. And if you don't purchase anything else from her, the foundation brush, what number is this? 101 foundation brush is such a unique shape. I use this every day. And I have never been a fan of really using a foundation brush, and this is so good. So, BK Beauty brushes. And this one, the Be Perfect palette. Now I've watched Make Me Up Missa. She is a Scottish influencer for a while, and she always talked about it, and I was like, her looks are beautiful, but I can't recreate those. And I saw so many other people try it out, and I was like, I've got to try it out, and it was worth every penny. So let's see. Next up, have you ever bought something you didn't initially want to buy because another influencer convinced you have to have it? If so, what is it? Okay, so that would definitely be the Be Perfect palette. I mean, the Carnival 3, I wasn't originally gonna buy it. I'm not a big fan of big palettes. I have lots of palettes, but most of my palettes are not a whole lot of shades, other than those few Anastasia palettes, because I just prefer a more curated palette. And I saw it, loved it, purchased it. Also, probably the Glam Light ice cream palette. I saw so many people talking about it. I was like, I have to try this. So, let's see. What's the most important thing you've learned by watching other influencers? Just be yourself. You know, you'll find your tribe of people who are like you just by being you. Because like, as I said, I live in a small town. Most of the people that I know and love are not die-hard makeup addicts like I am. So being able to make friends like through YouTube and find people who love makeup just like I do has definitely helped. So, but being yourself is the most important thing. Let's see. Do you watch the kind of content you create, or do you go for something different? So if you took, so I actually have 2 different types of channels, you know, so this is a little bit different for me. So my main channel is a crafting channel. It's what I do for work. I don't watch that kind of content. It's because I do it all day, every day. It is not something I want to sit back and watch when I'm relaxing. But if you're talking about makeup stuff, oh yeah, I watch it all day long. It's like that's what's going on in the background, and you know, makeup makes me happy. So I love watching makeup content. Number 11, if you could influence a large number of other influencers to try one thing that's really important to you or works well for you, what would it be? That is the question of the day. Because again, everybody's skin types are different, but probably one of my favorite products that I absolutely love is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. It's got the best sprayer. It smells good. and it helps get rid of the powder, and it's not expensive. So I really love this setting spray. And it smells so good, so good. But other than that, I mean, not really. I mean, I already love Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, and the people that I watch, a lot of them already love those things too. So it makes it very difficult for me to say, what would I influence someone into trying? I don't feel like an influencer for the most part anyway. So that's a difficult question. But I will leave my favorite channels linked down in the description box. I will also leave a list of the questions so you can take and check them out if you want to do this tag. But I guess that's it. We typically post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let me know your thoughts on some of these questions if you don't want to shoot a video. But I guess that's it. So we shall see y'all later. Bye.